Today we're going to roll back the odometer since it shows 150,000 miles and we rebuilt this whole car. As you can see, it failed emissions in 2008 and has been sitting at roughly 150,000 miles since then. So I started disassembling the brand new interior and pulled the gauge cluster out for the second time. The first step, we had to separate the top part from the bottom part to get access to the gauges, and then we can remove the fuel gauge since it covers up the odometer. There's just 2 screws and 1 electrical connector that hold the odometer in. And the motor was pretty gummed up, so I'm guessing this is the reason why our odometer is not working anymore. So I used some electrical parts cleaner and gave it a good spray down and twisted the motor until it was spinning freely. Then I used a small syringe to inject some ATF into the motor so that it would spin nice and smooth for a long time. Then I went ahead and reassembled the gauge cluster so that we could get it back in the car, because the only way to really test this is to take it for a drive. I took it for a drive and I confirmed I drove well over a mile, and yet the odometer still wouldn't turn. So I took it all back apart and I realized this plastic gear on the trip counter was split and it was getting caught on it. I pulled that gear off and I gave it another drive, and you can see the odometer is finally working. We put 3 miles on it. So if you or someone you know can make this gear on a 3D printer, let me know down in the comments or send me a DM. I'd love to get the trip counter working.